All right, guys, I love this. We're live in the green room right now. We have Max the Beagle. He looks so calm. He really does.
He does.
Also, his owner, Jeff Rastetter, he is here. Jeff, welcome. And, of course, Nathan Lowe, the Indy Dog Whisperer.
Yes.
What's going on with Max? He loves humans.
He does love humans. As Jeff and Stephanie told me, he loves humans, but other dogs were not so much.
Oh.
And we have a little clip to illustrate this. So let's go ahead and roll that clip.
All right.
Good boy. Just, no, sit. No. Okay. No.
And right, so what I teach right now, here we go with the barking. So you will see his behavior get more and more out of control. And thank you, Jeff, for being willing to show this. I know a lot of people don't like to show their dog getting upset like this. But this is a problem lots and lots of people do have. Okay, but do you know where this issue actually starts? And Jeff, we talked about this during the appointment. You know where it starts, Randy, dealing with this issue?
No.
In the house.
In the house.
Yes. This is the thing. Does it have to do
with food or anything?
No, it doesn't. Number one, the thing to remember is that you have to establish your authority in the home. Okay. That's number one. If the dog doesn't view you as an authority figure, they're not going to listen to you outside. There's too many distractions out in that environment, like we were talking about, right?
Yep.
So the first thing we did, we talked about removing claim, right? Because he had claimed what?
Me and Stephanie.
Right. He claimed both you and probably her a little.
Oh, a little more so, for sure.
A little more strongly than you.
So we're going to blame them and not blame that.
You know, that is the name of the game.
It really is. When we train, it's training the owners.
But actually it is. It's not about blame. And by the way, you bring up a good point. A lot of people feel guilty thinking, oh, it's not a guilt issue, it's an education issue. So first, remove all claims, and your dog should view you as a canine parent. Just like if you take your kid outside where there's all the distractions, you say, Mommy or Daddy said this.
Yep.
The reference point for listening to you is you're in charge in the home. Right? So now we go outside where there's more distraction. It's the same with them. You have to run your home, and I teach a system of that. Your voice should be the final word. When you say, hey, they should turn and look and acknowledge. And he is getting better, Jeff, you said that.
Oh, for sure. He took to it instantly. I mean, once he saw that we were in control, his total attitude changed completely.
But I mean, it does take a while. It's a process of learning that.
Well, sure. It takes consistency, but it doesn't take time to actually realize they're in charge. I've taught you some canine body language stuff, and he's really smart animal and a submissive animal, and he took to it really, really quickly.
Good, okay.
So when you're outside, though, number two, watch.
He's so calm.
He acts like I'm a big liar. He's like, if you hadn't seen the video, you'd think Nathan was making up stories to make his business go forward. Okay. So watch for signs of targeting is number two.
And we do have some more video coming up, I think?
We do of him actually doing better. And this is with one dog. So what we did in the process is I said start him with one dog where he can acclimate to one, and we'll gradually work into that. So let's show that.
All right. Max will like this video.
Yes. So here he is, much more calmed down. They have established rules in the home. They're the authority figure. So they're a little excitement, but no reactivity.
Right.
So we start, and I think, Jeff, this is a neighbor of yours, right? And she agreed to work with you all in this process, which is really kind of her.
Yes.
To help Max learn. We need to ease up when it comes to this.
So how long did we go from the first video to the second video?
So actually, this was the first clip that we took. The one that you just saw was yesterday, but he was getting flooded with other dogs as opposed to one dog.
So when I took him out the first time we all went out, he went nuts on this dog right here. Okay. He went absolutely ballistic, where I had to interfere strongly. So this is a few days later.
Yes.
Is that correct?
And I mean, here we're following some of the training things that Nathan gave us with Max. On the Monon, where the clip where you saw him going wild, we weren't able to do that because we haven't done that yet.
We haven't worked into the Monon trail. We're still in the neighborhood.
You will expand out eventually.
Right.
And you need to address the reactions.
Yes.
Is that right? We've got about 1 minute left.
Yes, quick leash tug. I give them a little tap. I give them a tap in the side. If need be, step in front of them and back them off. But you have this is really important, Randy. This is something that I talked to Jeff and Stephanie about. You have to learn to be theatrically fierce, but not be frantic or mad.
Right.
Okay.
So dogs go, so you say, hey, right? Like this, Randy. Don't laugh,
I need some help now, I think.
So you have to learn to be theatrically fierce without feeling angry. If you get frantic, they'll be doubly frantic.
So you're stern, but you're calmly stern.
Yes, it's theatrics. It's
and it
theatrics
works.
And focus. Yes.
And it's worked. It's worked with him, the nipping with the fingers and the posturing.
Yes, posturing.
It has all worked.
Guys, we appreciate it. Jeff, thank you.
Thank you.
Max, you're so good. Yeah. Nathan, as always, thank you. Nathan Lowe, the Indy Dog Whisperer. Nathan Lowe. Anyway, Amber, George, Randall. Look at this little guy.
He's so sweet.
Max is hanging. He's like, everything
Yeah,
they tell
he
about
is.
me is not true.
I'm
Look
really
at it's like,
So just take,
I love
just
everyone.
take me back in the kitchen so I can
he's
get
so
some of that
cute.
salmon
I
Chef
want
Wendell
some of the
has.
salmon.
Exactly.
I don't blame him. It's really good.
yeah.